alongside empowered veterans, families of the fallen, and inspired civilians at TravisMillions.org. That's TravisMillions.org.
First timeless dependability, commanding utility, and performance.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit quirky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Providers help thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-230-2777. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-230-2777. 800-230-2777.
9/11 2 decades later is a limited series podcast that looks back 20 years since the attacks of 9/11 and features those who were in the inner sanctum of our country's government.
It felt like the end of the world, to be honest with you.
And we ask the question, are we safer today than 20 years ago?
I don't think so. I wish I could answer differently, but I don't think so. I think those in charge these days need to spend more time communicating.
Listen to 9/11 2 decades later on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcast.
Live.
Kfi Am 640.
Local.
Our radio station.
KFI AM 640 Conway Show. We'll talk about that NASCAR race coming up at the Coliseum at 6:30. That'll be cool, right? A lot of NASCAR fans listening to KFI, and you want to get your tickets, we'll tell you how to do that. Plus, there's been a legal decision against Apple, right? If you had an app and you wanted to sell it through the Apple store, what do they call it? The App Store, right? Then they charged you 30% for every sale that you made. And people thought that was astronomical, but they have a monopoly on it, right? So you have to play ball with that. Well, the judge just ruled, that's not quite how it should work out for you. A big blow for Apple. A judge has ruled app developers can use payment systems on the App Store. For years, Apple has only allowed their own payment system to charge a 30% commission on every app purchase. That decision came down today after contentious court battle. The judge said that Apple violated California's unfair competition law, but stopped short of calling it a monopoly. Okay, well, I guess it's non-monopoly then, right? All right, the new Apple phone is out, and you know that there's a new Apple phone when Crozier comes in 3 days ago and says he got a new Apple phone. It's right. Yeah, it's his luck. Every time, you can set a watch to this. Every time Crozier buys a phone, a week later Apple comes out with something
It
new.
doesn't matter. I mean, I know traditionally it's just sort of a time of year when they announce new stuff for Apple, but
Right.
it doesn't matter. I've done it earlier times too.
Oh yeah, no, it's clockwork. What's new with Apple?
Well, are you ready for the new iPhone?
Oh yeah, let's go. Patrick Harvey.
Apple is expected to announce 4 new smartphones at its virtual event tomorrow.
Wow.
They include the
How can we 4? We have one. You only have one, right? There's one, though. Everybody has one.
They include the iPhone 13 and 13 mini.
Oh, that's right. You don't have one, right? You're the last holdout, right? You're Johnson & Johnson. You're, what do you have? 18. What do you have for a phone deal?
Oh, it's a Galaxy 20.
Galaxy 20. Wow, they're already up to 20?
I don't know. I guess so.
And then whenever we text, we all text each other. We always have to,
Dumb it down for Angel's phone?
wait for Angel. Just never jumped on board with Apple, huh?
I almost did before I got this last phone, and
Really?
I did not too. Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Is there a deciding factor? You just said, never mind.
I'm just not for the whole proprietary blah, blah, blah.
I see.
Yeah.
But that's sort of odd because you pick and choose. Like of all the people here who work on the show, you were the first person to drive a hybrid car.
Oh, really?
No, I think you were, weren't you?
Maybe, yeah, I
I
guess.
don't know anybody that has one. Russ doesn't have one. I know Belia doesn't. She drives 100 miles a day. I don't have one. I've never even been in one. And then Crozier has, I don't know, you have a hybrid, right? No, you don't have one either. So Angel does, so I thought it would be Angel that would have like the smartphone, because she has a smart car. So man, she threw a curveball at us by buying that Galaxy deal, right?
Not so smart. Hey, gotta keep you guys on your toes.
I guess, right, wow.
They include the iPhone 13 and 13 mini, as well as the iPhone 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max. Devices will reportedly have improved 5G chips, longer battery life, and an updated camera system. The phones are also expected to have a faster refresh rate for improved gaming.
Yeah, you're right, Pat. They always say that. Then you buy one, you're like, wow, it's exactly the same as the old one. Yeah, exactly.
Just in time for Christmas gift giving, right?
Yeah, every new model, better, better, better.
Every year, right?
Yeah, I have an iPad that I use, to read all my news and look at YouTube and stuff. And I charge it every night. So when I wake up, it's at 100%, and an hour later, it's out of battery. Right? I don't know what it is. If I got a bad one, or I'm just using too much juice, or having too many windows open, or what. But my battery's good for about 45 minutes.
How old is it?
About 2 years old. Yeah, so I'm thrilled with it.
Yeah.
But I did buy it at one of those after Thanksgiving deals where you eat dinner and then you go out and buy crap on Thanksgiving. And it was on sale. And so I thought, well, okay, it was only $220. I'll buy this. And man, it's been 2 years of having to plug it in every 8 seconds.
Do you close off all your apps and stuff like your
I do everything. I've had people look at it. I've had no one can figure out what's going on with this thing. But I've closed out everything. I've turned the screen down, the brightness of the screen, where I have to have a flashlight pointing at the screen now to see what the hell's on it. Right, so I'm burning batteries with the flashlight, and this thing is going down to 0.
Oh, man.
I don't know what's going on with it, but maybe I'll get a new one in a couple of years. Who knows? All right, we're gonna have when we come back. We'll talk to Eric Shanks. He is the CEO of Fox Sports. There's nobody works for Fox Sports who's above this guy, right? And they got a brand new NASCAR thing going on. Plus, they had a pretty cool thing happening over the weekend where they had the Yankees and the Mets get together on 9/11 to play at one of the two stadiums there in New York, which is kind of cool. And they did a lot of pre-show stuff on 9/11. It was awesome movie. We're live on KFI. More now with Crozier.
CHP's arrested 4 people in Orange County accused of stealing from 43 retail stores around the Southland.
Total up to just under $2 million.
CHP officer Jake Sanchez says investigators from the Organized Retail Crime Unit watched 2 thieves shoplift and then drop the goods at a spot near Garden Grove.
Finding that first location, they were able to find 4 additional locations.
4 storage units and a mobile home.
At that mobile home, there was items in there stacked to the ceiling of stolen merchandise.
Says cops also found $65,000 in cash. The stolen stuff still has security sensors and store tags attached. In Orange County, Corbin Carson, KFI News.
Governor Newsom's back at work after easily winning yesterday's recall election. Nearly 64% of voters rejected the recall, including over 70% in L.A. County. Republican talk show host Larry Elder got the most votes among the group of candidates who wanted to be governor. The emotional Simone Biles has testified before Congress about being sexually abused by former USA gymnastics team Dr. Larry Nassar.
To be clear, I blame Larry Nassar, but I also blame an entire system that enabled and perpetrated his abuse.
Biles is one of 4 Olympic gymnasts who shared their story with lawmakers. The Senate Judiciary Committee had a hearing about a Justice Department report from July that said the FBI mishandled the Nassar investigation after spending life in prison for sex abuse and child porn. Boston's mayor has been a white man for the past 200 years. That's going to change in a couple months. 2 women of color on Boston City Council will be in the election runoff in November. One woman is Chinese American. The other says she's a first-generation Arab Polish American. Things are slow in her line.
This is on the 5, making your way northbound. Watch out here to get away from the 133 freeway. The way's taking you all the way into Anaheim. Finally looking a lot better once you make your way past Euclid. Now we're heading out to Vasquez Rock. This is on the Court Street Freeway. It's a crash northbound just past Escondido Canyon Road. What? You didn't... What city? Vasquez? Northbound 14 past Escondido Canyon, it's across from the carpool lane, and that's going to jam up the driver approaching up to Rancho Cucamonga, 210 eastbound just before Haven. It's got to cross out of lanes now, and traffic still picking up, getting away from baseline. Kfi in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Nico Martinez.
Dr. Manger over there at Saddleback Eye Center wants to give you the all-new Laser Light LASIK exam for free. Right? The Laser Light LASIK exam uses a laser to measure your eyes over 1,000 times to perfectly map your vision. And I give away a Laser Light LASIK exam to the first 14 callers only. And they got to go back to work. So you're going to be very fortunate if you jump in and get one of these 14. Dr. Manger is the best. He did my eyes years ago. I still see 20/20. To measure your eyes over 1,000 times, especially important for people nearsighted, farsighted, glasses, contacts, all of you, right? Everybody. So I give away a free Laser Light LASIK exam, and it's going to take over 1,000 measurements of your eyes. Boy, oh boy, that's going to be kind of a cool thing, right? When you walk out of there. So phone him up. Be one of the first 14 callers right now. You get it for free, and then make your appointment. That's simple. 866-559-4444. 866-559-4444. 866-559-4444.
Clouds and dense fog moving into overnight. Lows above 50 degrees. It should mostly clear tomorrow and a bit cooler. It's mostly like that for the weekend and into early next week. We leave local live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Michael Crozier.
If you thought you missed the lowest mortgage rates in history, you're in luck, because they're back. Mortgage rates are near historic lows again. So if you have a mortgage, refinance it and forget it. You'll never have to worry about refinancing again. Network Capital Funding is offering a low 15-year fixed rate at 1.75% with a 1.94 APR. Incredible! Network Capital has built a reputation for saving people time and money with our unique process that's fast, simple, and secure. Our 15-year fixed rate is 1.75% with a 1.94 APR. Now, second chances don't come often, and you may never see these rates again. So, refinance it and forget it. That's a 15-year fix at 1.75%. Yes, 1.75% with a 1.94 APR. Call the experts at Network Capital now. Call 800-500-1-HIT. 800-501-HIT. As in home run. Call now and save big on your refi. 800-500-1-HIT. 800-500-1448. NMLS ID 11712. Not licensed in all states. Visit NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Licensed by the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation. This is financing law. Number 603D787. An equal opportunity lender. Rate subject to change and may not be a single rate law. Discount point for your law. Subject to approval. Call 800-500-1448.
Looking for your next investment? Want to cash out of stock market risk and volatility? Here are 8 reasons to consider NRIA's proven real estate development fund. Monthly cash flow payouts of 10% annualized and bonuses to 21% target. We strategically locate in lower risk, high demand areas people are moving to. New construction is short on supply. Real estate affords diversification and safety from stock market risk and volatility. We have substantial property assets selling out every month supporting your investment. Our short and long-term strategy provides for steady returns today and major upside targets. Our buildings are socially responsible, environmentally friendly, and pandemic hardened. We are an industry leader with a 15-year proven track record. Hedge against inflation and receive steady cash flow. Start your due diligence at nria.net or call 800-800-1414. That's 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA private placement memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Live and local.
KFI AM 640.
An iHeart radio station.
KFI AM 640. Conway show. Hey, NASCAR is going to do something pretty cool. They're going to run a race at the LA Coliseum. Right? I guess according to, who called this up, Elio? I think it was Dave Coons, right? Dave Coons called this up and said that they ran a race at the Coliseum in, I don't know, like 1966 or something like that.
99.
Whatever, 66, 99.
Potato, potato.
Take 66, turn upside down, you got 99. Both. All right, let's talk to Eric Shanks. He's the CEO of Fox Sports. Everybody who works for Fox Sports works under this guy. There's nobody above him in Fox Sports. And do you tell people that every day, Eric?
What do you say, Jimmy?
Do you tell people every day of the year that big Steve there, that nobody works above you in Fox Sports?
Oh, yeah. I have a sign when they come in the door to work.
Hey, before we get into NASCAR, that was pretty cool. How the hell was that just a scheduling fluke, or did somebody think ahead to put the Yankees and Mets together on 9/11?
Oh, that was definitely planned. It was scheduling process. And,
it was a great idea. And I'd never heard, that a couple pieces you did before the game. One of them was Mike Piazza's home run on the first game back after 9/11 in Chase Stadium. I was unaware of that home run, because there's so many things going on. But that was, what a great piece that was as well. Who puts all those pieces together for you at Fox?
Yeah, look, I know you're a fan of Tom Rinaldi. He's probably the greatest storyteller of a generation. Now he works at Fox, and if you want to make somebody cry, you just give the story to Tom Rinaldi. He can even make a home run, make you cry.
It's the best. It really was terrific. Anyway, that was a great tribute. I'm glad that the people over at Fox are like most of the people in America, where that was a big day, and you don't sweep it under the rug. You tell everybody how important that day was 20 years ago. Because when you're watching like college football, I was watching college football all day, and then I thought to myself, every one of those guys on the field when I was watching Ohio State play Oregon, not one of those kids was alive for 9/11.
Exactly, and that's the key thing. And at Fox Sports, one of the responsibilities is to make sure that we tell those stories, right? Because not everybody is learning it in school now, and you don't want to. I think we find the right tone to be able to tell the story and not make it, not make it depressing, but make sure that you can still be proud of the country when you're on those things.
I think it's a great idea. I really do. But anyway, so football season is kicked off. And that's great, that we got a lot of, great football games. I wanted to ask you, with Terry Bradshaw's money that you're giving away, is that really Terry's money?
In one way or another, it is definitely Terry's money. So you could feel really good. And, we didn't give it away this weekend.
Right.
But we're definitely going to give it away at some point in the next few weeks.
That's kind of cool. What do you have to do? You have to pick 6 games?
Yeah, you just got to pick the score of 6 games. I mean, how hard can that be, right?
It's like a no-brainer.
But you do it all the time.
Yeah, I do it all the time, right? That's why, Vegas is built on guys like me. But anyway, let's talk about this NASCAR. So NASCAR is coming to the #1 market for viewership of this sport. Is that correct?
Yeah. I mean, last time I was on with you, I hinted at it.
Right.
And they finally got the deal done, and I'm glad that we're talking about it tonight. They figured out a way, this genius at NASCAR, Ben Kennedy, he found a way to actually put a racetrack inside the LA Coliseum.
Wow. That's going to be terrific. And when is the date on that? I know it's going to happen next year. Do you have a date on it?
It's Sunday between the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl. So it's that off the NFL, which will be great. We'll pack the Coliseum, and it'll take over the town.
It'll be huge because Los Angeles, even though there's a racetrack out at Fontana, that's still not L.A. And to have this here at the Coliseum is going to be a huge, huge event.
It's going to be huge, and it's actually, I mean, I can't even picture in my mind what it's going to look like when they're actually, like, this is not a dirt track. They're not racing on the grass. They're actually going to build an asphalt track inside of the LA Coliseum.
That's going to be fantastic. I imagine tickets are going to go for a premium because everybody who is into NASCAR wants to go see that. Just to tell your kids, I guess the last time they did anything like that was 1999, according to one of our cool listeners. But that's going to be that's a really a great event, and NASCAR is huge. When by the way, was it you guys that came up with the was it turn up the volume or what was that thing called?
Yeah, we did this thing called Crank It Up.
Crank It Up. That's right. Yes, Crank It Up. And that's one of the cool things about NASCAR is when the announcers stop talking, you turn the volume up and you just see, you can hear and feel the power of these cars. But if you've never been to a NASCAR race, and I know Eric Shanks, you have, But for people who've never been there, if you're standing near one of the fences and these cars all come by, that wind can literally knock you off your feet because they're going so fast and they're so close together.
Yeah, it can literally suck you onto the track. And you know what they do? They build these cars. I didn't know this until a few years ago. They build the cars with the exhaust pipe pointed out towards the fan. So it's even louder when you're sitting in the stands than if you're on the infield. And they want to make sure that you get the full effect when you're in the stadium.
Right, and I didn't know this up until recently because I'm a couch fan of NASCAR. I don't go to a lot of NASCAR races. But when you do go to the race, you can buy headphones and listen to, a specific crew and listen to them talk to the driver and talk to the crew, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. I wish we had that for horse racing, don't you?
It would all be swearing by gamblers. Hey, move that mother effer up! Move them up! That's great. You know what? Maybe there's an idea there where you can have one of the Breeders' Cups races at the Coliseum. How about that for an idea?
Oh, that's an unbelievable idea.
Right. Hey, look, if you can put a paved track in there, you can certainly put a horse track, or just let them run on the regular track. They'll enjoy it.
Hell yeah, that would be easy. Much easier than what they're doing for NASCAR.
Right, and get 100,000 people out there. That's a great deal. All right, buddy, I really appreciate you coming on. Congratulations. The football season, once football season comes up, everybody sort of forgets about, COVID and about the craziness that's going on in this country. And you can literally have something to do from the moment you wake up on Sunday until you go to sleep on Sunday. And I'm speaking for a lot of guys out there, it really does improve their life considerably on a Sunday. So we really appreciate all the hard work that goes into presenting these games.
Yeah, thanks, Timmy. It's great talking to you. We're super glad that football season is back. On this past Saturday, on 9/11, we did 16 straight hours of sports on Fox, and we had the research team look into it. The most consecutive hours ever on a major network of sports this past Saturday. It was unbelievable.
Well, congratulations. It really does look good. You got the A team there on football, and also with NASCAR and baseball as well. Watching the Yankees and the Mets play on 9/11 was a really cool deal, and all the pregame ceremony stuff was really moving. The bagpipe guys that come out onto the field, recalling what happened 20 years ago. You guys really do it right, and I appreciate you coming on.
Thanks, Eric. We'll
all right, stay on with him. There he goes, Eric Shanks, the CEO of Fox Sports, and it changes my life when football comes on. It's an entire Sunday from the moment I get up. I just sit there and I watch those games.
You ain't kidding.
And you know what, Croge? Like during basketball, I can't watch a whole basketball game unless I got some money on it. But with football, you can literally watch an entire game not being from either one of the cities.
Yep.
And not having any money on it.
Yep.
It really is. It's an amazing sport. It really is great. And whatever they do with the with the COVID stuff and showing up with a mask, at the stadium and all that crap, I just like sitting at home and watching these games. Right? I can pause them. I can eat my own food, but I really enjoy watching these things on TV. And I think most people do, except for Bellio. Bellio can't stand it because John sits there, I guess, and goes over every play. The X's and O's, right?
Every single one.
That's great. Well, you knew he was a coach before you married him. It's not his fault.
I didn't know I was going to get, in-house play-by-play, though.
You didn't know that before you got married?
That he did that?
Right.
No, I didn't know that.
Don't you ever tell him, shut it down?
No, I don't.
Nah, she's not that.
He's in his glory. You have to allow him to be there.
I think you're that type.
Does he count his own stats when he watches it on the sofa at home?
Well, of course. You got to do it all.
Are you cooking with an apron in the kitchen while he enjoys these sports?
Of course. What's up, dude?
Shoes or no shoes?
SpaceX, based out of Hawthorne, has launched the first all-civilian crew into space. That happened about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago now, from Cape Canaveral, Florida. The Minnesota Supreme Court's reversed the third-degree murder conviction of a former Minneapolis cop who shot and killed an Australian woman in 2017. And President Biden has invited CEOs and business leaders to the White House to talk about COVID-19 mandates. We'll check the 110 freeway next.
Let's talk about Purigen water, right? I have Purigen at home, and I love it. Right? We have a whole water filtration system. I've had it for about a month and a half now, and it's great. No more bottled water. No more breaking my back, carrying the 40 pounds of salt for an old, water softener you might have. Enough with the 5-gallon bottles of water that you got to drag home, and then you're in the chiropractor's office. Enough! And no more wasting plastic bottles. I just refill the old ones I have, because we have this alkaline drink system in the sink. You just press one button, or a little lever there, right? And it fills up the bottle, and you stick that bottle in the refrigerator. A couple hours, it's completely cold, and you're ready to go. It is the best system I've ever had. It's called Purigen, Southern California's preferred whole house water filtration system. And it's not like these old systems where you have to, they take up 40 square feet. It's a little tiny thing on the side of the house that you could never even see. I'd have to show you where it was. And then we get the alkaline water in the sink as well. Right now, for a limited time, when you buy a whole house water system, you're going to get the 6-stage alkaline drink system for free. Just phone them up. 844-80-WATER, 844-80-WATER, or go to the website, Purigen Water, Purigenwater.com, Purigenwater.com.
The Purigen man is your best friend. He'll make your water pure again.
This is Chris Collinsworth. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings.
We start in the NBA, where the Lakers have announced the hiring of assistant coaches David Fizdale and John Lucas to head coach Frank Vogel's staff. Angels manager Joe Madden was quoted as saying he was very surprised if injured after the night trial was to return to the team this season. And coinciding with the start of Hispanic Heritage Month, Major League Baseball has designated September 15th as Roberto Clemente Day to honor the Pittsburgh Pirates legend. I'm J.D. Haffron.
Download the DraftKings app and use code SPORTS to get a free shot at millions of dollars up for grabs this week with your first deposit.
Minimum $5 deposit required. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details.
It's just slow South LA.
This is the 110, making your way northbound. Delays here are backing up, getting away from Florence. Delays taking you all the way to Stadium Way. The southbound side of the 110 pretty much slowing through that same stretch. Also, as you travel across Mid-City, 10 eastbound delays from the 405 all the way to the 5 in Boyle Heights. Hollywood remains slow on the 101 southbound from Sunset Boulevard all the way to the 110. And the drive out of Burbank still backing up 5 southbound from Olive, heavy ahead to the 134, slowing down in stretches all the way to the 110 freeway. Kfi Am Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Angel Martinez.
This report is sponsored by Insperity, providing scalable HR services, employee benefits, payroll, and HR technology for 30-plus years. Insperity's mission is to help businesses succeed so communities prosper. Insperity, HR that makes a difference. Visit Insperity.com.
Here's something that nobody's talking about that we are. Prices are going up. Wow, like the price of gas. Anybody can see that. Car and home insurance are acceptable. Now's the best time to call AIS for savings on car and home insurance. Just get your insurance policies together and call AIS. With prices rising, you have to find places to save, and customers are saving an average of $640 when they switch to AIS. Give AIS 5 minutes to see how much you could be saving. 800-777-4AIS. AISinsurance.com. 1-800-774-AIS.
We're recruiting for a clinical trial for a possible treatment to help those infected by COVID-19. If you're 18 or over and have tested positive for COVID-19 during the past 5 days, you may be eligible to participate. There's a clinical trial located nearby, and participation is voluntary. You may stop at any time. Participants will receive study-related care at no cost. To learn more, visit merckcovidresearch.com. That's MERCK-COVIDresearch.com. Running a business comes with pressure. Remote workforces, HR compliance, retaining top talent. You start to feel boxed in. Fortunately, there's Insperity. They put 30-plus years of HR service and technology to work, offering my employees competitive benefit options while lightening my HR load. Instead of obstacles, I'm surrounded by people empowered to be their best. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
In
Income-eligible renters impacted by COVID-19 can now get 100% of their past due rent and utility bills paid through the California COVID-19 Rent Relief Program. Landlords with tenants who haven't paid rent because of COVID-19 are eligible for 100% reimbursement too. The application is fast, your information is private, and you won't be asked about citizenship. Apply at housingwithc.com before eviction protections end on September 30th. Brought to you by the California Department of Housing and Community Development.
Are you no longer smiling in public? Are you no longer eating solid food? Because your teeth have gone missing. They've rotted and they fell out. If you've got rotted, decayed, broken, missing teeth, or you got really ugly, irritating dentures, Cunning's Dental can change your life with new permanent teeth in a day. They look and feel just like natural teeth. So smile and eat your total confidence again. This Saturday, attend a free outdoor seminar in Montclair. Learn all about new permanent teeth and meet real patients. There's limited seating, social distancing. Call to reserve your seat. You can also call for a free appointment that includes an exam, x-rays, and a CT scan worth $1,500. That offer expires September 30th. So call for the free seminar this Saturday and call for the free appointment. Cutting Dental, 888-640-SMILE, 888-640-SMILE, 888-640-SMILE.
I'm attorney Darren Kavanoki from 1-800-NO-COP. Can you do the alphabet backwards? Z-Y-S-W-Z. Yeah, try doing that by the side of the road. So if you get pulled over, don't wing it. Call us at 1-800-NO-COP.
Join Kfi Am thrill seekers at the Suburban Music Festival at the Pacific Air Show in Huntington Beach, October 1st and 2nd.
This year's event will feature performances by Sammy Hagar and the Circle, Sam Hunt, ex-ambassadors, and more.
Get your tickets now at AfterburnerMusicFestival.com.
KFI AM 640.
More stimulating talk.
KFI AM 640. Conway Show. So the race, that NASCAR race, will be February 6th, 2022. And that's going to be cool at the Coliseum. It's going to kick off NASCAR season. And then Daytona. So, get a jump on Daytona. February 6th, 2022. Not sure when tickets go on sale, but it's going to sell out. I imagine there'll be 80,000 people there, right? Probably need a couple of thousand to put that track in. That's a cool deal, man. All right, NASCAR coming to Los Angeles. Big dog with that NASCAR. All right, SpaceX has successfully launched, I guess, just regular guys, right? Guys and gals into space, which if I was an astronaut, I'd be pissed. You train your whole life, you know, through all those crazy gravity tests they do, and they keep you up. They make you go to bed at a certain hour. You can't drink. You can't smoke weed. You got to do all kinds of calisthenics, right? Make you do a lot. And then